You have some interesting energies going on. I know we've been purging, but yours is very different. You've been purging, but yours is like a key hurt. It's a key hurt there. There's unfinished business, I see. I see you being angry at two individuals. This could be parents, or this could be two people. You know, you could be stuck in between two people's energy. I feel you being piggy in the middle, but I wouldn't say you're placing yourself there. In an aspect, yes, you are. But you're having to be very positive. That's okay. No drama for the Aquarius. Hello world, how are we all? Now, some of you guys are being very rebellious. You think that you're showing your true side, but part of your side is actually being hidden. And that's for protection. You're choosing to do that because you're spiritually healing. So you may feel that on the 3D, you're living a life that everyone thinks is, oh, you're doing well, you're doing great. But deep down inside, there's an aspect that is using that as a mask to keep very safe in a situation. It could be a current relationship you're in and you think, yeah, well, and this is not for all of you. It just could be any area you feel you're directly compartmentalizing yourself into. You are doing processing inside, but I do see a conversation being necessary with certain individuals. You're having to be very strong and courageous in March and moving into March. You are guided. This can be from a Libra, from a Cancerian, or your guides above. It feels you're emotional. You're wanting to hear music to your ears, but it feels like turbulent waters. Now, something you have to let go of, and that's making you emotional. It might be an anger. I feel it's your safety net. I don't feel it is about a person, but it's not. It feels it's more a safety net or something that happened from the past. And it is childhood. There you go, clarification. Childhood. You may have been innocent connected to that time when something transpired, but you're stepping into your energy. So, you know, now you are a beautiful being and it's still turned out okay. So, you know, if you're shortchanging yourself, don't do that. You might feel battered and bruised, but always pick what is correctly, you know, for you, not below you. Some sense of abandonment is coming through where somebody physically let you down in some shape or form, and it has changed who you are to the core. Okay, you've got to keep positive and stay within the light and try to use the courage to guide you. You have wounds and battle scars, and those that are helping you heal this are your guides and your loved ones above. Not everything is black and white. During that pain it feels black and white, but clarity will come. Don't stay in the darkness, try and rise above it. If you keep thinking on what happened, it's going to cause issues. Do that for a bit, but you need to come to a place where you try and, you know, breathe and have a break in that pocket of it. Now, you are going to be working with somebody on a dream, and this can be with an individual that hurt you, but maybe that's the anger, is that you're looking back at it and you had hopes and dreams to have with this person and that didn't come through. You can manifest that into fruition, but it does feel as though healing needs to happen. Now, again, this can be 3 people that have hurt you. Now, some of you, it is the number 11. Coming to your higher point. For some of you, twin flame. For some of you, a divine union. So it is there. Wear that crown correctly. when you're doing the soul work, you are going to come to a pure place, and you will regain your inner trust again. And then there will be a transformation in your life. It will be a massive movement. You may not care where you're going. You just know that movement forward is necessary. Have faith in that process as well. Don't question it. If you're guided to go somewhere, go. You're definitely going to really get to the core of what you're wanting to do in your life, which is really, really beautiful. Now, this person you're thinking of, they do know, and that communication is needing to come through. So it might be that you shared some pain with them, and that's why the journey was there. Or it may be that, you know, you were there when somebody lost somebody. Very strange energy coming through. You're disappointed about something not coming to, you know, ahead in some shape or form. But don't let that ruin your path. And it can be that somebody ruined some of your dreams. It doesn't have to be you. This can be family members that have done this. Or the way you were raised in your family. But there is strength in family, and that has changed. People you had around you, maybe. It's two areas. Although you think that is a terrible situation, this is past tense I'm talking, it's actually positive because it's helping you. These negative things that happened are helping you come into your positive energy. They're helping you look at it from a different perspective and working with it at a different level. And your soulmate twin flame's coming. But go through that energy first. I do think it might come through where you don't even think it's going to come, and then suddenly it comes back and you're like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was just focusing on self. And that's when it sort of feels as though it's going to come about. Spiritually, they're definitely with you. And that's the funny thing. The more you focus on self, the more you have a better vibration, and you're more whole and energetic to deal with it. So that when you do have triggers with this person, you're energetically strong enough to say no, or your needs, or your expectations. It's very necessary to have that benchmark. And then you have to hear your truth. But you need that quiet and that space to be able to do that. I hope this makes sense. I just feel like you're on a big spiritual growth, and this is heaven sent. So you are guided completely. You're directly following your intuition of what you're needing to do this month. This can be in money. This can be in business. Some of you have felt like you're in hermit mode, and you know, in some aspects you do feel bad about that, but don't. It was necessary for this cycle to change. Some of you have been working in a job where you're getting paid less than what, you know, you're worth, and you need to address that too. When you align yourself correctly with your self-worth, the money then flows in an abundant sense. When you feel worthy of abundance, you are then worthy of love. It's like fine-tuning yourself. If you're thinking that terrible things are always going to happen to you, you're going to co-create that, and that will continue happening. Yes, you have wounds and battle scars, but what you don't know yet is they're what are going to assist you in almost knowing what that vibration is. And when you sense it, you understand it's coming before it arrives, and you block it. It's like turning a light off. Any questions? Okay, to feel worthy in abundance, you need to come to a place where you measure and gauge how much you're giving. So it may be that you're the one that gives the most expensive gift. Well, gauge that, rein that down. That you spend too much on food. Do a list and actually write down what meals you need. So you're controlling that aspect. Get that give and receive, you know, that give and take and balance, and do that self-love connected to self, and go and treat yourself now and then. and you know, really indulge it, where you say, hey, I'm worthy of that, I'm allowed to have that. Next question. That's okay. I pulled some cards about that question. Can you trust that person? Yeah, yin and yang balance for sure. Why are you feeling you can't? If you're feeling you can't, I would say no. Keep yourself at that energy. But see, because you've been healing, it's a hard one. Because your energy is coming through as untrusting towards them, but that's because you're not trusting yourself. You need that energy work done so that you're safe enough in that. It may be too early. If this is a person who has been in your life before, or they resemble a person who's been in your life before, yes, it is positive, because it means they're going to help you with that trigger point. Yeah, but that's due to a previous trigger point. Am I connecting the dots? You can't break what's broken. I'm just saying. If you've already had a broken heart, well, you know, in order to heal it, you need to open it, but it's the way it goes. And those trigger points connected to previous relationships can only be healed. Just elaborate that with the person. Be very open with that. And then that creates a beautiful relationship where you've got that open communication. You are feeling very emotional, and you are still healing over a past tense situation. You also were not really looking for anything major. You wanted to get to that happy place, and you are feeling nostalgic, perhaps connected to a past tense person who hurt you, but also connected to being in a relationship, or just the happier times where you weren't feeling that energy. You miss the connections, you miss the surprises, you miss the communication, and you miss the balance of being able to, you know, what it did serve at that point in time. But ultimately, you know, it's a healing process. So that's why you're feeling blocked, okay? Next question. Any questions? You'll be fine. Change of career. Fire plus work. I feel like there's a shift at work for you. Something quite big's coming. After the storm. How do you keep your heart open? Do your heart chakra work. You can use crystals. You can also come to a place where you be open to receive. There's also frequencies you can listen to fine tune that, and do purging directly connected to hertz. For some of that, it can be counseling, it can be spiritual guidance, it can be spiritual coaches, and it can be actually just being open to it even though you've been hurt. Next question. And no, Jen, my daughter's not home yet. She wanted to come home early because she's got hay fever. So we were negotiating that via Skype and telephone on a three-way conversation. Yeah, well, that's okay too. You want to do what you're passionate about. And if that means that you're going to focus on something that you love, that will bring you to a higher vibration, will attract money as well. So you've got to be open to being truthful to yourself of what you're physically needing. But I do feel some Aquarians at the moment are tolerating things way below their standard, and they really need to look for enemies around them, because there are people that are using them. So be very careful of who you have in your circle, and don't be blind to the reality of who these people really are. And I know, because my daughter's an Aquarian and she's super trusting and forgiving. But then to the incorrect person, you know, she's very harsh. So she educates me. Very forgiving energies though. To some. No more questions? Okay. Final card. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. So if you feel you've outgrown something, be it a pain, be it a way of dealing with something, let it go. I'll do the indigo energy through the twin flame reading. Yeah, that's okay. Stay in the indigo energy. That's okay. That's just hurt. When we're coming from a place, you know, Aquarians, when they're coming from the sharp tongue place, it's a trigger from hurt. So come from a place of love. That's okay, Danish. You take care. I will talk to you later. Enjoy your spiritual growth. You'll know who you need to cut off, love, because you'll get a vibration connected to them. Just keep your eyes open. If you are giving all the time and you're not receiving, they're the ones to get rid of. Don't let people use you, because you'll get angry about it and you'll have the sharp tongue later. See their motives. You know, take the rose-colored glasses off. See their motives that may be serving you. So you might be enabling a person, so to speak. That's okay. Much love. I'll talk later.